Let's take a look at patterns, cycles, and change. So you can see we have 6 questions here that we'll take a look at. How long does it take Earth to complete its orbit? That definitely shows up. What is the difference between alpine and continental glacier? So we'll go over some glacier information. What is the most important factor in the development of a hurricane? How are seasons caused? Transform plate movement, right? Get some familiarity going with different types of plate movements, and how are tides caused? Okay. We'll start off with Earth's lithosphere. Earth's lithosphere includes the crust and the uppermost mantle, which constitute the hard and rigid outer layer of the Earth. The lithosphere is subdivided into tectonic plates. On Earth, volcanoes are generally found where tectonic plates are diverging or converging. And earthquakes are the vibrations caused by rocks breaking under stress. The underground surface along which the rock breaks and moves is called a fault plane. Transform PM, that I just ran out of room there, but it just stands for transform plate movement. Transform plate movement mark slip sliding plates, such as California's San Andreas Fault, where the North America and Pacific plates grind past each other with a mostly horizontal motion. Divergent plates, on the other hand, are two plates that are spreading apart, as at seafloor spreading ridges or continental rift zones, such as the East Africa Rift. And then we also have convergent plate movement. That's when two tectonic plates meet and one slides beneath the other back into the mantle, the layer underneath the crust. Convergent plates can also be referred to as subduction zones. And then one more here, the mid-ocean ridge. A mid-ocean ridge is an underwater mountain range formed by plate tectonics. The mid-Atlantic ridge, which is located on the ocean floor of the Atlantic Ocean, is the most famous mid-ocean ridge. The mid-ocean ridge is a divergent plate boundary, meaning the plates are spreading apart. Okay, and we'll jump ahead now to glaciers. So glaciers begin to form when snow remains in the same area year-round, where enough snow accumulates to transform into ice. Each year, new layers of snow bury and compress the previous layers. This compression forces the snow to recrystallize, eventually forming a glacier. Alpine glaciers flow in mountain valleys from high to low elevations. Alpine glaciers are present at high altitude in mountain valleys of Alaska, the Italian Alps, and New Zealand. Greenland and Antarctica are almost entirely covered with ice sheets. Continental glaciers, or ice sheets, flow over vast, unconfined land areas. Okay, as we look at rocks, so we need to be familiar with igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic rocks. Igneous rock is formed through the cooling and solidification of magma or lava. Sedimentary rocks are types of rock that are formed by the deposition and subsequent cementation of that material at the Earth's surface and within bodies of water. And metamorphic rocks arise from the transformation of existing rock types. Orogeny is the primary mechanism by which mountains are built on continents. Orogeny refers to forces and events leading to a large structural deformation of the Earth's lithosphere due to the interaction between tectonic plates. Fold mountains are mountains that form mainly by the effects of folding on layers within the upper part of the Earth's crust. And fault block mountains are formed by the movement of large crustal blocks when forces in the Earth's crust pull it apart. Okay, and then as we look at rotation and tilt of the Earth, as explained in the heliocentric model, the Earth rotates on its axis from west to east once each day. It takes approximately 365 days, or 1 year, for the Earth to complete its orbit. During that time, it travels a distance of approximately 940 million kilometers. And the seasons, this will show up almost for sure on the test, are caused by the tilt of the Earth's rotational axis away or toward the sun as it travels its year-long path around the sun. Okay. Few more things. With hurricanes, the most important factor in the development of a hurricane is warm, moist water. A hurricane is a storm that occurs in the Atlantic Ocean and northeastern Pacific Ocean. Hurricanes are most likely to form over tropical ocean water. In the United States, hurricanes are most likely to occur in the early fall. Okay, let's just talk about precipitation real briefly here before we get to tides, sea level changes, and greenhouse gases. Precipitation results in water returning to the ground. Tiny droplets of water are always colliding within the clouds. As they collide, they join to form drops. Snow and hail are also forms of precipitation. Okay, and then we'll jump in here to tides. Tides are periodic rises and falls of large bodies of water. Tides are caused by the gravitational interaction between the Earth and the Moon. The gravitational attraction of the Moon causes the oceans to bulge out in the direction of the Moon. The sea level changes for several reasons, including rising temperatures as fossil fuel burning increases the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. In a warming climate, the seas are expected to rise at faster rates, increasing the risk of flooding along our coasts. And then finally, just being familiar with greenhouse gas. A greenhouse gas is a gas in an atmosphere that absorbs and emits radiation. This process is the fundamental cause of the greenhouse effect. The primary greenhouse gases in Earth's atmosphere are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and ozone. Okay, and then we jump back into our questions. So at this point of the video, great time to hit that pause button and see how you can do on answering these questions.